Good afternoon and welcome to the World News on Honor 103.5 FM. I am Seun Oyelowo. First, the headlines. President Bola Tinubu departs Abuja for ECOWAS 5th anniversary celebration. Honor 103.5 FM celebrates Children's Day 2025 in grand style with ongoing children fun fair at Trode Odolade Arts Gallery, Ladoke Aketola Street, Are Bodija, Ibadan. Uncertainty surrounds PDP NEC meeting as party secretariat is sealed. NBS reports reveals Ogun State has lowest food price in Nigeria. On the African scene, Ghana temporarily shuts embassy in United States over alleged visa scandal. On the foreign scene, Israeli airstrike hits Gaza school, killing dozens. Russian government calls Trump emotional after United States president says Putin is crazy. In business, consumer goods index leads in Nigerian foreign exchange with 32.4% gain. And in sport, former Manchester United boss Erik ten Hag joins Bayer Leverkusen. Now the news in details. President Bola Tinubu is scheduled to depart Abuja for Lagos today to participate in the 50th anniversary celebration of the ECOWAS Community of West African States, ECOWAS. The Lagos event will include a recreation of the 1975 ECOWAS Declaration at the Nigerian Institute of International Affairs. As the chairman of ECOWAS, President Bola Tinubu will highlight the economic bloc's milestone at the event. The chairman of the Nigerian Institute for International Affairs, Professor Bolaji Akiyemi, will review the bloc's 50 years journey, while General Yakubu Gowon, the only surviving head of state who signed the ECOWAS declaration, will deliver a speech. During his stay in Lagos, President Bola Tinubu will also commission some projects. On Saturday, the 1st of May, he will observe the Eid al-Kabir prayer in Lagos before returning to Abuja. Today, the 27th of May 2025, is World International Children's Day, a day set aside by the United Nations to celebrate youth children globally. Honor FM 103.5, in partnership with Immaculate Television and in collaboration with Tunde Odunlade Art Gallery, is organizing the Children's Day Fun Fair, which is ongoing at the Tunde Odunlade Art and Gallery, Bodija, Ibadan. Feeds from the ongoing event reveals that children in their numbers are already on ground having their fun time. We also saw security personnel, members of the Red Cross, important dignitaries, well-wishers also at the event. Parents are hereby enjoined to quickly bring their wards and children to also have a feel of this ongoing Children's Day Fun Fair at the Tunde Odunlade Arts and Gallery, organized by Honor 103.5 FM, Ibadan. Uncertainty surrounds the People's Democratic Party's National Executive Committee meeting scheduled for today in Abuja. This comes after a pre-NEC caucus meeting was adjourned abruptly yesterday due to the sealing off of the party's national secretariat by the Federal Capital Territory Authority over unpaid ground rent. The acting national chairman, Ambassador Omar Damagun, condemned the FCTA's action, describing it as irresponsible and an attempt to undermine democracy. Damagun announced that the committee had been set up to address the issues and will report back today. He also confirmed that the NEC meeting would continue today as scheduled. The party's leadership is divided over the NEC meeting, with some governors and leaders attending an emergency meeting at the Bauchi State Governor's Lodge, to discuss the party's response to the FCTA's action. The meeting was attended by several governors, including Caleb Buftwang of Plateau State, Ademola Adeleke of Osun, and Seyi Makinde of Oyo State. According to the National Bureau of Statistics, Ogun State has recorded the lowest increase in food prices in Nigeria. The NBS April Consumer Price Index report shows that Ogun State exhibited a modest year-on-year increase in food inflation as well as decrease in food inflation on a month-on-month basis. The report also identified Benue, Ekiti, and Kebbi states as the states with the highest year-on-year food inflation rates. Benue recorded the highest year-on-year food inflation rate at 51.76%, followed by Ekiti at 34.05% and Kebbi at 33.82%. Analysts have linked the surge in food inflation in Benue to the recent uptick in violence in the state, which has resulted in numerous fatalities and widespread displacement. The NBS report provides insight into the increasing rates of food inflation across different states in Nigeria, highlighting the need for targeted interventions to address price control and food security challenges. On the African scene, Ghana's Foreign Affairs Minister Samuel Akudzeto Ablakwa has announced the temporary closure of the country's embassy in Washington, D.C. due to an alleged visa scam. The closure follows a special audit that uncovered a fraudulent scheme involving a locally recruited staff member and collaborators who extracted money from visa and passport applicants. The scam allegedly involved creating an authorized link on the embassy's website, redirecting applicants to a private firm where they were charged extra fees without the knowledge of the foreign ministry. The staff member reportedly kept the entire proceeds in their private accounts, with the scheme going on for 5 years. Applicants were charged unapproved fees ranging from $30 to $60. As a result of the scandal, foreign ministry staff in Washington have been recalled, and all locally recruited staff at the embassy have been suspended. On the foreign scene, at least 54 Palestinians have been killed in an Israeli airstrike on Gaza, with most of the fatalities occurring in a school building that was sheltering displaced families. The Fahmy al-Jagawi school in Gaza City was hit, killing at least 35 people, including children who were severely burned when fire engulfed 2 classrooms. The Israel Defense Forces (IDF) claimed it had targeted a Hamas and Islamic Jihad command and control center in the area. However, witnesses described a horrific scene with ambulances craned unable to rescue people trapped in the burning classrooms. Separately, a strike on a house in Jabalia killed 19 people, according to the hospital officials. Still on the foreign scene, the Russian government has fired back at United States President Donald Trump after he called Russian President Vladimir Putin absolutely crazy following Moscow's largest aerial assault on Ukraine. In a statement, Putin's spokesman Dmitry Peskov said Trump's comments were connected to an emotional overload of everyone involved. This comes after Trump expressed his discontent with Putin's action in Ukraine. The situation in Ukraine has escalated significantly, with Russia launching its largest combined aerial attack since the full-scale invasion in Russia in Ukraine in year 2022. The attacks have resulted in the deaths of at least 23 people and injured dozens more. Trump's comments have also been met with criticism from Putin's spokesman, who expressed gratitude to the United States President for his assistance in launching Ukraine peace negotiations. Despite this, the situation remains tense, with Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky stating that there is no military sense to Russia's aerial attack, but rather an obvious political choice to continue the war. And in sport, former Manchester United manager Erik ten Hag has been appointed as the new head coach of Bayer Leverkusen. Ten Hag replaces Xavi Alonso, who is leaving to take over at Real Madrid. Bayer Leverkusen finished as Bundesliga runner-up this season and qualified for next season's Champions League. Ten Hag has signed a 2-year contract with Leverkusen. The Dutchman previously managed Ajax, where he won 3 Dutch league titles, and had a mixed spell at Manchester United, winning the FA Cup and League Cup, but being sacked after a poor start of the season. And that was the world news on Honor 103.5 FM. Thanks for listening, and we please enjoin you to bring your children on board to the ongoing Children's Day Fun Fair happening at the Tunde Odulade Art Gallery, sponsored by Honor 103.5 FM. I am Seun Oyelowo. Thanks for listening to the news, and happy Children's Day.